story with you. Here I go. Okay. In those days, Caesar Augustus issued a decree that a census should be taken in the entire world.
Wait. It seems like everyone starts the annual Christmas program with that part of the Christmas story. Well, that's not really the beginning of the story.
No, that is the beginning. Every year we start right here at the beginning of Luke chapter 2. We like to keep it predictable. You know, kind of how Mickey and Steve always sit midway back, middle aisle, south side.
Well, Hart, let's get a little creative. Let's step outside of our comfort zone and tell a Christmas story where it really begins.
You know, predictable is kind of easy. You open the Bible and start at Luke 2.
I agree. That predictable can be easy. And God made it just that easy. He didn't just predict the birth of Christ, He promised it. And that's where the Christmas story really begins. God used the prophet Isaiah to record God's promise. They are printed right here in the Old Testament of the Bible.
Well, that is interesting. So where do I find this recorded promise? By the way, did I mention we start in Luke 2 every year?
Well, this is a totally predictable answer. Isaiah recorded God's promise of the Christ child in the book of, this might totally blow you away, in the book of Isaiah.
I'm starting to think this is an important part of the Christmas story. I feel a little nervous. This is all new. But let's start the Christmas story with words written in Isaiah.
Great. Isaiah 7:14 tells us that the virgin will conceive and give birth to a son, and will call him Emmanuel. Then the prophet recorded this in chapter 9, 6-7. For unto us a child is born, to us a son is given, and the government will be on his shoulders. And he will be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. So really, this is where the Christmas story begins. It begins with God's promise long before the events in Luke begin.
Well, that is amazing. God gave us so many reasons to believe and celebrate the birth of His Son. What a miracle! I think God kept it predictable for guys like me.
This year, like always, we have some kids who are prepared to share the story of God's promised Messiah, the actual birth of Christ, part of the story.
It's time for the kids to come out! I love this part!
God sent his promise, as recorded by Isaiah, an angel appeared to Mary. Mary is engaged to Joseph.
Mary, you are the chosen one. Soon you will have a baby boy. He is God's son, and you will call him Jesus.
God, you have told me that I am going to carry your child. I am willing. I don't understand this, but I'm willing to do your will.
Joseph, Mary's promised husband, was confused by the news that Mary would deliver a baby.
God, I thought Mary was a follower of you. Have I been mistaken?
Joseph, son of David, do not be afraid. Mary will give you birth to a son. You are to name him Jesus, because he will save the people from their sins.
Now we pick up the story that's written in the Gospel of Luke.
Yes, the story of Christ's birth as written by Luke. This part I've been waiting for. Hey folks, we invite you to sing this song as we prepare to hear the rest of the story.
The Savior came to save us. The Savior came to save us. He came to give us life. He came to give us life. The Savior came to free us. The Savior came to free us. He left his throne on high. He left his throne on high. He said, believe in me. Believe in me. He said, receive me.
In those days, Caesar Augustus issued a decree that a census should be taken in the entire Roman world.
Ryan, it's your line. Oh, okay. Go ahead.
And everyone went to their town to register.
So Joseph went up from the town of Nazareth in Galilee to Judea to Bethlehem, the town of David, because he belonged to the house of the line of David.
He went there to register with Mary, who was pledged to be married to him and was expecting a child.
Mary rode to Bethlehem on a donkey, with Joseph walking by her side. Remember, Mary was about to have a baby, so it was a long and dangerous journey. It took many days to reach Bethlehem. When they arrived, Mary was very tired. Mary and Joseph needed to find a place to stay, but the town was very crowded. Mary and Joseph could not find a place to stay. I think we need an innkeeper to help tell our story. Ah, yes, here's my innkeeper. Innkeeper, you have an important part of the story.
I have no room in the inn, but you can stay in the stable where I keep my animals.
Well, they were there.
Oh, they're there.
The time came.
Yeah.
The time came
Is that a Yeah.
for the baby
Yeah.
to be
Yeah.
born. Good job. And placed him. Oh, she wrapped him in cloth and placed him in a manger. Good job. Because there was no room
There's no room
for them.
for them.
Good job.
I'm not doing.
Mary and Joseph. Mary and Joseph. Ready, Ella? No cradle. Was waiting. So a manger worked best to give the baby rest. Very good. Say to give the baby rest. Good job.
Was he born in a hospital, a castle, or